Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where it may not look like it, but we're going to Minmus. Minmus is, out there somewhere. I have no idea where. There's the moon. We're not going there. Minmus is kinda hard to see from here, though, when we're not in time warp. So let's just go ahead and pop over here, and this is our current encounter with Minmus. It's a bit on the inclined side, and I'm not amazingly happy with that. But let's just go ahead and add a maneuver here. And this is just going to be a retrograde maneuver. And we just want to get it relatively circularized. Kind of like... Well, actually, I want our periapsis to be at about 20 kilometers. Basically exactly 20 kilometers. So let's just go ahead and do... That's the wrong direction. Let's just go ahead and do that. So that's going to be 200 meters per second. We've only got 744 meters per second in this particular tank, but our thrust to weight is going to be much better, which is going to help. So let's just go ahead and warp to this maneuver at this point. Hello, Minmus. Hello, thousands of screen messages. I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to get rid of some of these. Okay, I was not able to get rid of all of them, but we're gonna need to burn this at T-minus 9 seconds. So actually, I'm gonna continue getting rid of some of these messages for a few seconds. Should have enough time to get rid of all of them. Okay. I can now warp forward to about T-minus 20 seconds. There we go. And then we're going to burn this again at T-minus 9 seconds. There we go. Okay, we want our periapsis to be at 20 kilometers, so that's what I'm targeting right now. There we go. Excellent. Our apoapsis is a little higher than our periapsis, so we're a slightly elliptical orbit, but that's okay. We're kind of passing right over here, and this is kind of where I was thinking about having our base be set up, in this flat area. Now that said, Minmus is, I believe, rotating this direction. So it's going to relatively soon, this area is going to fall into shadow. Which is a minor issue. I mean, we solved a lot of that. We can go ahead and warp to right around here and see just how much it does rotate. Answer? A fair amount. But not too bad, all things considered. I'm going to go ahead and do a full retrograde burn right here. Basically, we're going to start our descent. Something like that. Okay, so that node is in T-minus 35 seconds. Our burn time is 11 seconds, so we want to burn this at T-minus 6 seconds. We're going to be getting rid of basically all of our horizontal velocity here. In fact, I should maybe even switch to surface retrograde mode. Not yet, I shouldn't. Orbit retrograde is where we want to be right now. Okay, let's start that burn. Okay, I'm just going to, at this point, be on surface velocity. We want to be on surface retrograde. I'm going to ditch this maneuver node. We do not need that anymore. And as our falling increases, we're approaching the top point. I'm just going to go ahead and go to Stability Assist and burn ever so slightly over here so that we are basically falling straight down at this point. There we go. Probably close enough. I'm going to go ahead and extend our landing legs, even though we're a long ways from the surface right now. And then, in case I make a mistake here, I'm going to go ahead and quick save, because we have some warping to do. And this... I mean, that doesn't look like we killed all of our horizontal speed to me. Realistically. Yeah, that's like 20 extra meters per second. It's a little odd, but we're gonna do it. So that's a 2-second burn. So we want to burn that at T-minus 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and warp ahead a little bit here. There we go. So at T-minus 1 second. Okay, and a little bit more here. Okay. So surface retrograde is now over here, which seems a little bit weird to me. But oh well. This is fine, I'm sure. I'm going to go ahead and quick save again. And we are going to go ahead and fall towards the surface a little bit here. Apparently, I can't warp to a point on our orbit anymore. So I'm going to have to do this manually, which is always a little bit spooky. I'm going to go down until we reach about, what, 100 meters per second? Or like 10-15 kilometers above the surface, although we should be at radar altitude. Okay. Back to surface retrograde. And let's go ahead and burn off some of this speed. Specifically, horizontal speed is what I'm actually most interested in burning off right now. Oh no, don't go that high. I want to be over here. Like, I want to be basically here. No, what are you doing? Oh, you're trying to go back to the retrograde. No wonder. I am an idiot. Okay. Just push that right on back. There we go. Now we can go to retrograde, but I do want to be on stability assist over here. Actually, we're not quite back to where I want to be in terms of the retrograde node. There we go. We're now at 5 kilometers above the surface. I'm going to go ahead and, I think, detach this stage. There we go. We are at about 3.5 kilometers above the surface. Should start the braking burn relatively soon. I'm gonna start it about now. Oh, there goes our shadow for our tank. Okay. Let's fix our horizontal speed a little bit here. There we go. Right on back to retrograde. We're currently moving at 15 meters per second, and I want that to be decreasing ever so slightly right now. In fact, I want it to be decreasing a bit more right now. Okay. We'll hold it about 9 meters per second, but I do want that to be slightly decreasing. We're 200 meters above the surface. Make that 100 meters above the surface. Make that 50. 30. 20. And there we go. We'll wait for this to settle a bit. We're kind of bouncy. But there we go. Excellent. Okay, so there's a world first milestone. We've landed on the surface of Minmus. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab all of our science here. Temperature scan, atmospheric pressure scan, mystery goo observation, materials study. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and have Bill EVA here. He's going to grab an EVA report. We're going to have Bob do the surface sample, though. So let's go ahead and... we're going to have a series of spacewalks here. Let's go ahead and grab a experiment control station, I think. No, we'll start with the photovoltaic panels. I think having an engineer set up the Communitron and the Probodobodyne makes sense. Or rather, the Probodobodyne experiment control station makes sense. Okay. So where do we want to set this up? Well, I don't think it really matters where. With the small exception that this is going to be pretty much where our base is going to be, which is the entire reason we did this. So we want to set it up somewhere flat, which this entire biome is. And this is going to be near our base, but isn't probably going to ultimately be our base. So I'm going to go ahead and plant a flag here. And I'm going to call this the Minmus Research Outpost. Minmus Research Outpost. And the actual base will be a little ways away from here, but we'll have like rovers to be able to go back and forth between them or something like that. Yeah, remove your helmet. What could go wrong, Bill? No, we're not going to do that. Okay. So I want to go ahead and place the experiment control station right about here. There we go. Excellent. Go ahead and turn your RCS on. And we are going to go grab another part. Up you go. There we go. And let's grab the photovoltaic panel. Excellent. Up. Can you go up? Thank you. Gravity is so low on Minmus. But this is why we're doing this here. I wanted it to not be an orbital station, specifically, because I want it to have essentially an endless source of fuel. So let's just go ahead and deploy our photovoltaic panel here. There we go. and we're just going to go grab the rest of those. However, it is currently time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode we will finish setting up our little research outpost here. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all, if I can grab this ladder, next time. Well, that's not the ladder. That's the ladder. There you go. Good job, Bill. See you all next time.